Welcome to Spectrum News at 4. I am Imedion James coming to you live from Uyo. Let's take a look at the major headlines that we have for you today. Federal government receives 147 stranded citizens from Libya. ASU suspends 2-week warning strike. Plus, North Korea fires multiple ballistic missiles, first launch in month. We'll bring you details of the stories and more in just a moment. Many thanks for staying tuned. We begin the news this afternoon from a national scene where the federal government, through the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, has received at least 147 stranded Nigerians from Libya as part of the ongoing Assisted Voluntary Return Initiative. And this is supported by the International Organization for Immigration, IOM. NEMA, in a statement today via its verified X handle, said the returnees arrived at the cargo terminal of Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, aboard an Libya Airlines flight at about 5:15 p.m. on October 21, 2025. The agency stated that the operation was coordinated by the agency's Lagos Operations Office in conjunction with the National Commission for Refugee, Migrant and Internally Displaced Persons. It added that the returnees comprised 100 adults, 32 males and 68 females, 34 children, 18 males and 16 females, and 13 infants, 5 males and 8 females. Meanwhile, the National Emergency Management Agency has deployed an emergency response following a petrol tanker explosion that claimed 39 lives and left more than 60,000 others with severe burns in the Esan Community, Kacha local government area of Niger State. According to report, the tragic incident occurred around 3:45 p.m. on Tuesday, October 21, 2025, along the Badagi-Agia Road. NEMA made this known in a post on its X handle today. Confirming the development, NEMA said its Director General Zubaida Umar immediately directed the head of the MENA Operations Office, Asini Isa, to activate the rescue team and deploy to the scene to support the Niger State Emergency Management Agency and other responders in rescue operation. Let's move now to the Red Chambers, where the Senate has approved a bill to establish the Nigerian Mines Rangers Service, a special agency that will help tackle illegal mining and improve security in mining communities across the country. The decision followed the adoption of a report by the Senate Committee on Solid Minerals Development, chaired by Senator Ekong Samson, during yesterday's plenary. Presenting the report, Senator Sampson said the new agency would provide a structured framework to monitor mining activities enforce environmental and safety laws, and ensure sustainable mining practices. The Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, who presided over the session, said that the proposed service would strengthen existing mining laws and bring sanity to the sector. Meanwhile, the Senate has unanimously passed a groundbreaking bill that mandates life imprisonment for anyone found guilty of defiling a minor, with no option for fines. This decisive move marks a significant step towards protecting the right and safety of children across the nation. The proposal, which is part of sweeping amendments to the Criminal Code Act under the Criminal Code Act Amendments Bill 2025, is a concurrent bill initially passed by the House of Representatives. Leading the debate on the bill, Senate Leader Okweyemi Bamidele said the amendment seeks to strengthen child protection laws and eliminate gender discrimination in the prosecution of sexual offenses. The offense of defilement, which currently attracts a 5-year jail term, would now carry life imprisonment under the proposed amendment. In addition to life imprisonment for defiling a minor, the Senate also proposed a 10-year jail term for rape, defined as acts of forcing a boy, girl, man or woman to have sex without their consent, whether in a brothel or any other premises. We move now to the Green Chambers, where the House of Representatives is seeking to improve the service efficiency of the Nigerian Armed Forces through the amendment of the Armed Forces Act to strengthen the command structure, improve operational efficiency, and enhance accountability within the Nigerian Armed Forces. The House passed for second reading a bill seeking to amend the Armed Forces Act, Cap A20, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria, 2004, sponsored by Aminu Balale, Madalia Usman Balami, and Daniel Asama. Leading the debate on the general principles of the bill, Balami said that the proposed legislation aims to clarify the roles, responsibilities, and command structure of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, ensuring effective coordination, discipline, and operational efficiency. He said the passage of the amendments was crucial to modernizing Nigeria's military laws in line with constitutional provision and global best practices. In the meantime, the House of Representatives today resolved to investigate the $460 million Chinese loan secured by President Donald Goodluck Jonathan administration to procure and install closed-circuit televisions in strategic locations within the Federal Capital Territory to enhance security in the nation's capital. The resolution of the House followed the adoption of a motion of urgent public importance moved by the member representing Isuakwato and Umanechu Federal Constituency, Abia State, Abiom, Oga, during today's plenary. Recall that in 2010, the federal government took a loan of $460 million to install CCTV cameras in the FCT, but the project was not executed. The Ninth House in 2019, through its Committee on Finance, took the Ministry of Finance to task on the status of the project and the failure to execute the project. On election matters, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has announced that more than 8 million Nigerians have completed the pre-online registration in the ongoing nationwide continuous voter registration (CVR). The Commission, in an update released in Abuja, said that 1.7 million Nigerians have completed their registration. The statistics for week 9 for the online shows that of the 8 million, Imo State recorded the highest number with 826,850, representing 10.32%, followed by Lagos State with 604,600 619, representing 7.56%, and Ogun with 510,062, representing 6.37%. Meanwhile, the state with the lowest online pre-registration is Yobe with 2,714, representing 0.03%, while the exercise is suspended in Anambra in line with Section 9 of the Electoral Act 2022 until after the November 8th governorship election in the state. On judicial matters, Justice Mohammed Umar of the Federal High Court in Abuja has rejected a fresh application for bail filed by the 10 alleged terrorist negotiator Tuka Mohammed Mamu. Justice Mohammed Umar, in a ruling today, noted the health complaints by Mamu and held that the detaining authority would take him to an appropriate health facility where he would be adequately attended to. Justice Umar noted that by the history of the case so far, the prosecution has exhibited diligence in its handling of the case and exhibited diligence in prosecuting the case. The judge said one of the reasons for granting bail is where the prosecution is not diligent, noting that since the prosecution in this case is diligent, the application for bail cannot be granted. In another development, the Academic Staff Union of Universities ASU has suspended its 2-week warning strike with immediate effect, following progress in some of its demands. ASU's president, Christopher Piruna, announced the suspension of the strike today at ASU's National Secretariat at the University of Abuja. He said the suspension followed process in talks with government officials concerning their outstanding issues. Reacting to the news of the suspension, some students of the University of Uyo commended the union for the suspension, stressing that it will help them meet up with the academic calendar.
One thing that ordinarily nobody would wish it should happen. Both students and lecturer has a negative, usually feel the negative impact resulting from the strike. This particular strike is not an exception, but the good news is that this morning being informed that the strike has been suspended, I think I can rest my case at that point for now.
Honestly, I felt bad because I was scared. Because anytime we hear ASU now, we're always scared as students because we don't know where it will end up. We don't know if from a week to get to a month and then a year, and So I was scared at first. Honestly, that's just how I felt. I was scared. I feel relieved now. I feel relieved because at least now we can start learning and can just go back to what we have been doing, learning and moving on. Because especially for people that because this is a new semester and then a lot of final year students just enter.
Recall that the union declared a 2-week warning strike on October 12 to press on its demands, which include the renegotiation of the 2009 ASU Federal Government Agreement, sustainable funding of public universities, revitalization of universities, and end to the alleged victimization of ASU members in Lagos State University, LASU, Prince Abubakar Aundu University, and Federal University of Technology, FUTO. Also, payment of outstanding 25 to 35% salary arrears, settlement of promotion arrears spanning over 4 years, and remittance of outstanding third-party deductions. We move now to Africa, where Uganda's Electoral Commission has said that January 15 has been set for the final date for the country's general elections. 81-year-old President Yoweri Museveni, who has been in power since 1986, is seeking re-election in the polls. But critics have accused his government of political opponent, human rights abuses, and corruption scandals. Meanwhile, 6 other candidates from smaller parties are also standing in the presidential race. Ugandans will also be electing members of parliament on the set date. Still in Africa, Morocco's finance ministry has submitted to parliament its 2026 draft budget, totaling more than 760 billion dirhams, up to 5.5% from a year ago. The government expects economic growth to slightly slow to 4.6% next year, from 4.8% in 2025. Morocco will allocate 140 billion dirhams to health and education in the 2026 budget, a 16% increase compared to last year. Meanwhile, the office of King Mohammed IV said the kingdom would create 24,000 public sector jobs in these 2 areas. On the foreign scene, President Vladimir Zelensky has said that Russian drone and missile strike on cities in Ukraine had left at least 6 people dead, including 2 children. This comes hours after US President Donald Trump has said that his plans for an imminent summit in Budapest with Russia's Vladimir Putin had been shelved as he did not want a wasted meeting. According to reports, Kremlin rejected calls for a ceasefire along the current front lines made by both Trump and European leaders. So on the foreign scene, North Korea fired multiple ballistic missiles today, its first such launch in months, just a week before world leaders, including US President Donald Trump, descends on South Korea for a summit. Seoul's Joint Chief of Staff said it had detected several projectiles believed to be short-range ballistic missiles. According to Seoul's military, the missiles were fired around 8:10 a.m. today from an area south of the capital, Pyongyang. Reports say the launch was the first of its kind since South Korean President Lee Jong-un took office in June. Trump has said he hopes to meet North Korean leader Kim Jong-un possibly this year, following several meetings during the Republican's president's first term. Still to come in the news. Osimhen to battle Salah, Hakimi for 2025 CAF Player of the Year. Stay tuned for details of this in just a moment. Many thanks for staying tuned. On the business news, the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Senator Heineken Lokbotberry, has said Nigeria would demand a higher oil production quota at the next meeting of the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, scheduled for November. Lokbotberry disclosed this in Abuja during an interview with reporters, where he reviewed Nigeria's upstream oil performance 4 years after the enactment of Petroleum Industry Act and the establishment of the Commission. He said the country's current quota, pegged at about 1.5 billion barrels per day, no longer reflects its true production capacity. According to him, the upcoming OPEC meeting provides an opportunity for Nigeria to make a strong case for an upward review to at least 2 million barrels per day. In health, the wife of Ogun State Governor Bamidele Abiodun has said that the state government plans to offer free cancer screening for 10,000 women residents in the state within the next 2 years. Abiodun disclosed this while unveiling the state-of-the-art First Ladies Against Cancer Initiative breast cancer screening clinic at Oba Ademola Hospital and Maternity. She explained that the cancer screening clinic is a product of collaborative efforts, adding that launching the clinic during Breast Cancer Awareness Month was significant because breast cancer remains the most common cancer among women worldwide, while it accounts for roughly 1 in 4 cancer cases among Nigerian women. To sports news now, where Victor Osimhen has been nominated for the 2025 CAF Men Player of the Year award. The Galatasaray striker won a prestigious award in 2023. Osimhen will battle 9 other players for the individual accolade. The other nominees are Mohamed Salah, Hakimi, Finstos Mayela, Frank Agugun Issa, and Dennis Bongnaga. Other players in contention for the award are Pape Matasa, Ilman Ndiaya, and Usmani Lamloi. Recall that Atlanta winger Nigerian's Ademola Lookman won the award last year. Still in sports, former Super Eagles winger Victor Moses is in talks with Major League Soccer club New York Red Bulls. Moses is currently a free agent after leaving Sky Bet Championship Luton Town in the summer. The 34-year-old time with the Hatters was disrupted by persistent injuries. The experienced winger only made 18 appearances for the club with only 1 goal to his name. Moses has played for a number of top clubs in Europe, including Chelsea, Liverpool, Inter Milan, West Ham, and Fenerbahce. On entertainment news, Big Brother Niger Season 10 winner Imisi has shared a struggle with adapting to the demands of fame, noting the constant expectation to maintain a glamorous appearance. Speaking at a recent public event, the reality star revealed that the transition into life as a public figure has not been easy, emphasizing that one of the biggest challenges is having to wear makeup frequently. Imisi explained that she disliked having product on her face or body hair, noting that she has always preferred a natural and simple look. However, as a public figure, she now feels the pressure to maintain a polished appearance. And that's all we have for you at this time. To ensure to follow us on social media, subscribe to our YouTube channel, all of which you can find on our website, spectrumtvlive.ng. You have been watching Spectrum News at 4. I am Emedion James. Enjoy the rest of your day and thank you for watching.
Broadening your horizon is what every living being not only genuinely desires, but heartily pursues and intentionally invests in. For in the gathering of men, only those whose minds are in tune with the dynamics of the past, present, and future innovations, inventions, politics, and governance are respected We are Spectrum Television, and broadening your horizon is our obsession. Rescan your decoder now to connect Spectrum Television on the frequency 12589, symbol rate 26250. That is frequency 12589, symbol rate 26250. Polarization horizontal, and join our online community at spectrumtvlive.ng. For further inquiries, please call 0704 158 5642 or 0704 541